quick. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for this to get dynoed. I am too. Unfortunately, my tuner has kind of been like dodging me and like not replying to my messages, leaving me on red and stuff. So now I'm in search of like a tuner, but there's not a lot of tuners out here. So I've been in a predicament of like, how am I gonna get this car tuned? Where am I gonna go? Am I gonna have to take it to Cali? Like, what am I doing? So that's got delayed, unfortunately. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are trying to turbo your car, I wanted to do this just to help you guys out. Yeah, just a quick little update. Hope you guys enjoy the video. What's good, YouTube? DGWhipZ are back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about things you need to know before you turbo your car, particularly this car, but this kind of goes for any car, especially if you're doing a rear mount or low mount setup in general. And then just things about like boosting your car in general that maybe some videos didn't touch on, just from personal experience, just to give you guys advice so you know what to expect and know what to avoid for when you're doing a turbo install yourself. So today I'm just going to get into that right now. And by the way, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, you find this video helpful, go ahead and like the video down below and do not forget to subscribe. We're almost at 2K, guys, which is really crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to touch on is that you're going to have a problem with oil leaks. When you boost your car is going to be a lot of oil pressure, a lot of crankcase pressure, a whole bunch of things are just changing and your car might not like it. And some seals, if they're not leaking yet, they might start leaking, especially if you have a little bit of higher mileage like me. I had my front upper oil pan / timing cover seal like just completely blow. It just was leaking like there was no gasket there. I had to redo that, which meant I had to take the whole timing cover off. Very fun. That blue oil pan was leaking like crazy, which it still is. I need to redo it one more time. That is just because I use no gasket maker. It is just pure gasket. It's 2 Felpro gaskets on my spacer. You can see right there it's leaving a puddle and it doesn't really leak too bad. Like if I just park it and like walk away and I look, it's not like it leaves no spot, but like as it sits, it kind of just like drips over time. So but other than that, it's not really leaking anything else. But I really had to work the oil leaks. Like I redid lines, I like had to Teflon some things, and like, oh bro, oil leaks were such a pain. That was one of the biggest issues and what delayed me from finishing, because I honestly could have been done like a couple weeks ago, but oil leaks were really killing me and I spent a lot of time reworking and resealing things. But we are almost about done with that. Besides my little oil pan, which isn't a big deal, I can redo that before I hit the dyno. So one big thing to prevent this from happening as well is you need to ventilate your crankcase. So you see this PCV valve right here? You're gonna wanna vent this to like a catch can, or at the very least just vent it to atmosphere until you get one. This is a little $25 Amazon catch can and it works perfectly great. And this is vented to atmosphere right here. And you're gonna wanna vent both your valve covers if you have 2 like me. If you have like a Honda or something, you have 1, but it'll be hard to see, but there is a little PCV back there that is venting that valve cover to atmosphere. So that's gonna vent all the valve cover pressure, because if you have it build up, it'll blow your valve cover seals instantly. Then you gotta redo them. And on this car, it's really annoying. It's like a 5-hour job to do both valve covers and do it correctly. Now, number 2 is gonna be boost leaks. Now, a lot of people have this issue and I did not really have this issue except for one little issue. Now I'll show you in the video before, I had my whole like MAF adapter just split and crack and it was just leaking all the boost out. I was surprised I was making like a pound of boost. Yeah, just a tiny boost leak, just a real small one. But yeah, you either get like an aluminum MAF housing, or what I did, I just cut that little square piece and then I just slipped a coupler over it. Now that I have no boost leaks, this thing hits boost instantly. Like, it scared me. Like, I hit 7 pounds at like 4,000 RPMs, no issue. And it's crazy. It's a totally different car now. People mostly have boost leaks for like a couple main reasons. One is they're not using good quality couplers and T-bolts. So these are Amazon ones. However, you want 4-ply, and you can see there it has like the fiber woven into it, and you want silicone 4-ply. These are going to hold boost pressure really well. They're going to take the heats. They're not going to like wear after like a month or 2 of use, and I have no issues with these. All of my couplers are silicone 4-ply, except for this AutoZone one. It's working, but I didn't have another 3-inch one. I am gonna get that at some point, but it's working fine for now. And if it leaks, like obviously I'll just swap it out, but everything else is either Mishimoto or like a good 4-ply. Do not use the eBay ones that are just rubber. I'll show you. So this is literally just like rubber. There's no like fiber woven into it or anything. It's not thick at all, and it's just crap. This like might work for like a week and then it's just gonna leak. So if you got couplers like these and you're having boost leaks, that's literally your problem. Do not use these couplers. Make sure you're using good quality couplers. So and another reason people have boost leaks is because they don't flare the pipes, and a lot of times it will actually cause couplers to pop off. And I had this happen to me when I unplugged my blow-off valve to see how it sounded, and the surge caused this to pop off, and that's because I forgot this is the one pipe that is not flared. This came with my cheap eBay intake, and I'm still using it as the pipe and it works great. However, I did not flare the pipe. I let off the gas and the turbo surged. It just popped the coupler off like real quick, and I flared it now, and now I'm not having issues. And a lot of you guys will have that issue if you just get like straight aluminum pipe with no flare or bead roll or anything. So keep that in mind. Now, getting bead rollers is kind of expensive and hard to come by. What you can do is you can literally just get like some wire crimpers and like kind of just flare it with the crimpers, and just enough to where if the T-bolt clamp tries to slide, it'll catch the flare and there'll be no chance they can pop off. So that's what I did, and besides that one little pipe I missed, nothing's popping off, nothing's leaking, everything else is good. And if you use good quality couplers and T-bolts, you shouldn't have an issue with boost leaks at all. So another thing I want to get into is oil backing up into the turbo. Now, a lot of people have this issue, and this happens for a couple different reasons. And one is actually one you might not be fully aware about. It was actually the oil drain was not high enough in the oil pan, and the oil level was too high. You can see the oil drain goes into my oil pan spacer right there. Now, I thought that was fine. However, if I fill it up past where that drain is, then the oil won't drain back into the pan properly, and it will cause the oil to back up, which is not good. So a lot of people don't really tell you this. I wouldn't have gotten the spacer that had the fittings on if I knew I was going to have this issue, because now what I'm going to do, because I don't want to have to like run a low oil level in order just to stop the oil backing up and the turbo smoking, I'm just going to drill into the upper pan, and that way I won't have that issue at all, and my oil level will never reach that high to where it's never going to reach that high to where the drain is going to back up. Because I remember I put like 6.5 quarts in here and it was smoking like crazy, and then I drained it after we were watching a video, and then it stopped smoking, or the oil level was too high for where the drain was. So you want your drain ideally in the upper oil pan if at all possible. I know drilling into it sucks, and obviously make sure you get all the metal shavings out. You don't have to weld it. You can get no weld ones, which is one I ordered. It should be coming today actually, but yeah, I recommend doing your drain into the upper oil pan and not the oil pan itself if you do not want to have this issue. Also, make sure you have an adequate drain size. You want this to be at least a 10 AN, if not a 12 if possible. If it's too small, it won't drain properly, and then you're gonna have oil backing up. You see how I have a scavenge pump here, so I don't really have to worry about gravity draining. However, you want your drain to be as vertical as possible if you have like a top mount or something, and make sure there are no like big curves or kinks or anything in your drain line, and this will cause oil to back up real easy. Remember, it's only gravity draining if you're not running a pump, so you need to be cautious of that. Another good tip for you guys is also don't run too big of piping and intercooler. Now, if you're running big turbo, you're running big boost, 600-700 horsepower, then yeah, get a big intercooler, get like some 3-inch piping. But if you're not doing that, you're like me, you're just running like 7 pounds of boost, and you're not really trying to push a ton of power, you're just gonna have a problem with lag. If you get a really fat intercooler and like 3-inch piping, you don't need it. You also don't need a super big turbo either for this car. Mine's just a GT35, and honestly, I could have even went smaller with the turbo if I wanted a little quicker spool, but what I have is fine for now. But yeah, that was just some common issues and tips and advice I wanted to give you guys if you were gonna boost your car. Obviously, I got a G35, but this can apply to any car, really. By the way, if you like the build, don't forget to like and subscribe to follow it. I hope you guys found this helpful. But other than that, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys next time.